Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com, who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today the date is 4th December 2017. Time right now is 2018, 8:16. Oh, 8:16, yeah. All right, I just wanted to answer a couple of Quora questions. I'll just take up a few of them. And if you want to know the sequence of the questions, they are put down in the description box below. So I'll just make sure that as I'm speaking, I give you the answers exactly. So also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, please feel free. Go to PayPal. That is loy@loymachedo.com. PayPal, loy@loymachedo.com. You want to give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I'd appreciate, because money is money. Yeah, and do send me your questions if you have any. We'll be glad. If you want one-to-one sessions, that is thinkpersonalbranding.com. Okay, so let's quickly move on to first one. Let me put the timestamp, so it's 1:02. Okay, the first one is person asked me, Lloyd, what is the difference between life in Dubai versus life in Thailand? Okay, life in Dubai versus life in Thailand. Now, see, Dubai is a very fast place. Dubai is a very, very fast place. It's a Middle East country. Now, a couple of things which you need to understand is, if you come from the West, you get treated like a VIP because they want people to come from the West. And it is not only a phenomenon in the Middle East; it's a phenomenon in many countries. Okay, like for example, here in most of the Asian countries, if you are from Asia, let's say you're from Pakistan, you're from Bangladesh, and you land at the airport, you get a visa for 1 to 2 weeks. But if you are from United States or you're from Canada or Germany, the same person in the same country can get a visa on arrival for up to 3 months. So where an Indian and Pakistani and Bangladeshi get only for 1 week, an American, Canadian or British national gets 3 months. And when they want to renew it, for an Indian, Pakistani, Bangladesh, Sri Lankan, you get only maybe, so from 2 weeks, you get 1 more week. And for that, you have to pay, let's say $500. Okay, so you get 1 more week extension. But if an American, Canadian, or German were to pay $500 for the same extension, he would get from 3 months to another 3 months, so 6 months. So you see the difference between both. So what I want you to understand is, in Dubai or in the Middle East, it's more or less the same. They want foreigners to come down. Because they believe foreigners bring in foreign exchange. Foreigners are better, foreigners are more talented, foreigners are smarter. I don't know what it is, okay? However, when they're talking of Asians, they make it pretty hard. You need to have a visa or you cannot come. Because I think there are many poor people down there, so they don't want Africans, they don't want Indians, they don't want Pakistanis coming in large numbers. They just want the elite, the rich upper crust of society to come down there. The second thing is, if you're talking of job opportunities, in most of the companies, okay, except the multinationals, which are truly global, but majority of the companies, they pay local Arab locals, let's say maybe 40, 50, 60 to even 100% higher for the same job position. So if you are getting $3,000, let's say as a Indian, you would be getting something $6,000. If you are American or British, you'd be getting maybe $12,000 if you are an Arab local citizen of that country. So that's another thing what you need to understand. Another thing is, when you go to the Middle East, as soon as you get a job, you are locked onto the job. You can't work for one company. If he ill-treats you, you can go to another company. You join this company, you have to stick with this company for 2 years or 3 years, depending on your bond or your contract. You cannot leave. All of them are literally like slaves. And many companies, they don't pay your salary on time and you can't do anything about it. And if you, don't perform, then they can cause a lot of trouble. So, and another thing which you'll be shocked to know is, most of the companies in the Middle East, they take your passport away from you. They don't let you have your passport, so you can't get out of the country. You're stuck there until they decide to give you back. That is during once in 2 years when you're allowed to go home for a holiday. So that's the first few things. The other thing which you need to know in the Middle East is, especially in Dubai, it's very, very expensive. So you'll be earning a very high level of income, but you'll be spending a lot more to match that income. For example, the rent that I'm paying here is, to give you an idea in terms of dirhams, it's 15,000 dirhams, 15,000 dirhams to stay here in Koh Samui. the same apartment, same size, if I was in Dubai, I would be spending from 15,000 to 100,000 dirhams. Okay, 15,000 to 100,000. My phone bill here is something around 70 dirhams. There in Dubai, it used to come to, I think, 1,000 or 2,000 dirhams, my phone bill. So 70 to 2,000. Food, maybe it's kind of more or less the same, but yes, in Dubai, it's more expensive. Like, say, for example, here I'm spending $1,000 a month. There I would be spending $3,000 a month. Okay, I'm just giving an example roughly. So where you'll be earning more, you'll also be spending more. Yes, the facilities are much more. The roads are amazing. The infrastructure is great. You can go to great shopping malls. You can go to great supermarkets. The food is expensive. The lifestyle is amazing. You get stuff you can never get anywhere in the world. You'll get it there. Yes, that I'll admit without a doubt. You can have the best life, but it is expensive and it's pretty hectic. Really, really hectic. You cannot survive or sustain unless you make big money. So that's life in the Middle East. Here in Thailand, it's cheaper, much more cheaper to stay here. But here's a big question for you. If you come down to Thailand, how will you make money is what you need to answer. Most of the Thai companies will not employ you. That is a given, okay? Most of the Thai companies will not employ you if you're a foreigner, and you have to be exceptionally good in order to get a job. Exceptionally good in order to get a job. Only then you'll be given a job. So in Thailand, even though everything is cheaper, how are you going to earn your source of income? That's a big question. The other thing which you need to keep in mind is it's a complete cultural shock. It's not like how you live back home. Here people, they still have to get to know you. It will take time for them to get to know you. And I would suggest, come down for at least 6 to 7 to 8 times for a month, in order to get to know whether Thailand is your place or not. So that's a good point that I can give. So the difference between, being in Thailand versus being in the Middle East. Okay, so that's the question number 1. Let me just quickly move to question number 2. Sorry, what is question number 2? Okay, let me just put the timestamp. It's 7:19. Okay, this one is about marriage. Okay, let me just put it. So, now, I got this question about someone who wanted to get married. Okay, and it's saying, Loy, you have inspired me to get married. I don't know how do I inspire people to get married, okay? Even though you look at all my videos and say, oh, so cute, oh, Loy, it's so cute. Now, it may look very cute. It may look very cute, like me and my wife hugging each other, kissing each other, all the lovey-dovey stuff. Yes, it's all cute. End of the day, it comes down to money. My wife is not working. She doesn't need to work. She is, the whole day she's sitting on the phone, or she's watching a movie, or she's sleeping or relaxing. She's also doing housework. She takes care of the house. So there are a lot of factors that come here. Number 1 is I have enough money to take care of her and myself. That's number 1. Okay. Second thing is me and my wife get along exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. I do not take her anywhere out. Absolutely, for maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. Nowhere out. We're only sitting in the house and I'm only doing work. She doesn't ask me for a single thing. Okay. And she and I get along very well. She is literally ready to listen to every single thing I say. I know many of you say, oh, so you got yourself a glorified maid. The thing is, this is her personality, this is my personality. She and I get along very well. So you can't help it because she is very comfortable with being like this. She was a very simple girl. She's still a simple girl and she likes to live like this. So if someone else's personality is different, that is their taking. My wife is very simple. So we get along very well. Number 3 is, we have very low expectations of each other in the sense that I just want her to be my good friend and be in the house and be there to support me. That's it. Rest everything else, we can adjust. For her, she only wants me to be loyal and faithful to her. That's all she has asked me for. She has not asked me for anything else. So low expectations, we can keep ourselves very happy. And last but not the least is I communicated to her every single thing what I needed to say. And she communicated to me every single thing that she had to tell me. We are totally crystal clear. In fact, all my passwords, all my emails, my bank accounts, everything else she has access to. And, I trust her 100%. So if you have this kind of chemistry, and you have the kind of maturity which is required for a relationship, then you should get married. Mind you, one more thing. My wife knows about all the prostitutes, all the massage parlors, all the girlfriends, everything else that I've done until now. Okay. in fact, she even sees girls sending me their photographs, naked photographs, their profiles. She sees it. I show it to her. Okay, she has absolutely no problems with any of these things. So if you have that kind of trust, if you have that kind of relationship, if you have that kind of earning capacity, and you can trust your partner so blindly, your partner, you know for a fact, is not at all interested in anything else other than you, and you have finished doing everything else, then maybe you're ready to get married. Okay, then, only then. But unless and until you're finished, done it all, please do not think about getting married. This is not a joke. Marriage is a responsibility, is a challenge. There's a lot of factors that come into play, and it's not meant for everyone. So I hope this is understood. Okay, so that is point number 2. Let's move to point number 3. Let me put a timestamp, 10:53. Okay. The next one is, how do you handle haters? How do you handle haters? Okay, good question. Okay, for those of you who would see my YouTube video, you would see there are some of them who really, they put comments which are not called for. Like, for example, when I did put up the video about announcing to the world that I'm going to be a father, I got this one guy who said, do you know babies are very delicious to eat? Okay, or something like that. Another one, he put up this comment, but then he deleted it. It was like, how much would you charge for one night with your wife? So when I clicked on it, and when I went, by the time the comment was deleted. So there are a lot of people who put all these comments. I don't know, they kind of get a high, oh, it's part of the game. So what I tend to do is, I don't spend my time trying to speak to them, argue with them, or talk to them. I just block them and delete them. That's the end of the story. So I don't have to listen to anything else that they say. So how do I handle haters? I just block them off. So it's, I don't have to listen to anything they say. And anyone who's spamming me, or, like, for example, I got this guy who asked me, can you help me, give me advice and all that? I said, listen, if you want any advice, anything, go to my website. I don't do anything for free. And then he said, hey, who the fuck you think you are? Did I ask you for free? Question. I just blocked him off. And then I get this other guy who comes on my, he says he wants to join my WhatsApp group. And I just send him a message, please, like my page, put a nice comment, and I'll make you join my online university. And he's saying, oh, you're so cheap, you want someone to, praise you just to join your group, So he's saying, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do all that. So I didn't want to waste my time even explaining it to him. I just blocked him off. So how do you handle haters? Just block them off. It's a peace of mind. You don't have to waste your energy, because if someone has to hate you, he's going to hate you no matter what you do. So just don't bother about it. Okay, let me put a timestamp. And the next one is self-belief. Okay, self-belief being a dangerous thing. Okay, let me just put this 1307. Okay, self-belief. Now, I just want to talk to you about why self-belief is a dangerous thing. Okay, self-belief, because many people feel that if they believe in themselves, they have this faith in themselves, they can achieve anything. Okay, I'll tell you why. Now, I had this client. Around a couple of 3 years ago. I had this client 3 years ago. A really beautiful woman. Don't want to give you her name. She was my friend for 6 years. And she wanted to be the next Hollywood superstar. She wanted to be this next Hollywood superstar. She wanted to, her dream was to star with the guy, Captain America, what's his name? Captain America, whatever his name is, okay? Chris Hemsworth is Thor. Chris, whatever his name is. She also wanted to star with Rock, the Dwayne Johnson. She also wanted to be the next Oprah Winfrey. And she also wanted to star on that Victoria's Secret model. The only thing is, she was 45 years old, 4 and 5. So this girl, she wanted to be this famous model, everything else, and she wanted me to work with her on the brand. So, because she was paying me money, I let her know that I cannot guarantee you success, but I can give you all the tricks of the trade. But mind you, you're 45, you need to keep that factor in mind. Yeah, Loy, I believe anything is possible. Okay, fine, you give me the money, thank you very much, I don't mind. Okay, so she gave me the money, and I told her once again, listen, you're giving me the money, it's not refundable. you're 45. She's like, Lloyd, why are you bringing up my age? I said, because age is a factor. You're 45. You can't just go to Victoria's Secret and expect to be placed with 18 or 20-year-olds. So he said, Lloyd, if you want to do the job, something like that, you want to do the job, just take the money, or if you don't want, I'll give it to someone else. So because she was going to give it to someone else, I said, okay, fine, give it to me, fine. So we started to work. I would give her instructions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do these 5 things. She would do everything else other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She would do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would tell her again, listen, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, she would do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when I would ask her, why is it you're not doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? She would say, Lloyd, this female, she has done 6. That guy has done 7. This other person has done 8. This person has done 9. And that great person did 10. Okay. Then I asked her, why don't you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? She said, Lloyd, I thought about it, but one, that female who did it, she spreads her legs and, she had an affair with the boss. That is why she got this. This number 2 person, oh, she's a slut. Number 3 person, oh, he's a dog. His parents have given everything. Number 4, oh, this person's so cheap, has a sugar daddy. Yeah, she would cherry pick whatever she wanted to believe so that she would continue doing whatever she wanted to do. Okay, fine, okay, whatever. Just do. I was quiet, I didn't mind it. Now, one fine day she tells me, Lloyd, I want to be this Instagram superstar. Okay, you want to be Instagram superstar? Fine. She posts only 3 or 4 posts. Okay, only 3 or 4 posts. I was like, okay. I didn't say anything. Then she suddenly comes out of the blue, Lloyd, I want to be this Facebook superstar. I said, okay, no problem. Then one fine day it was like, Lloyd, I want to be this website, superstar. I said, okay. After that was hardly done. Then she told me she wants to be a consultant. She wants to be a business advisor. She wants to be a venture capitalist. She wants to be a brand specialist. She wants to be a coach. She wants to be a fitness model. She wants to be a trainer. She wants to be a, I don't know, something else. I forgot. So she wanted to be all these things. All these things. And every month it would change. Every month it would be something else. Lloyd, I've discovered, okay, fine. Finally, last but not the least, when all this bullshit was done, finally she comes out and says, Lloyd, I want to tell you something. I was like, yeah, go ahead, tell me. You're a failure. I'm like, what? Lloyd, you're a failure because none of the strategies you gave me, none, not one, has helped me succeed. Not one. Can you tell me, why should I listen to you? I was like, what are you talking about? So the problem here is, the main problem here, she believes in herself so much. She believes in herself so much that whatever you tell her, if for example you tell her, this is a phone. For example, you tell her this is a Galaxy phone. If she says, no, it is a lizard. It is a lizard. It's not a phone. It's a live lizard that you're frozen. Finish, that's it. If you show her a mango and tell her it's a mango, she'll tell you, no, it's a pineapple because I believe it's a pineapple. She's that kind of a person. So sometimes self-belief becomes delusional. A 45-year-old is not going to be a Victoria's Secret model. A person who has not had any success in not even a movie, not even a serial, not even an ad. You can't become a Hollywood star. You're never going to be Oprah because Oprah is 1 in 6 billion. Okay? You're never going to start with The Rock. You're never going to start with all these. You're not going to be famous in Instagram with 4 posts. You're not going to be famous on Facebook with 1 or 2 posts. Well, the problem is there are so many people who believe in themselves, visualize, affirm, write down their goals. No, you're not going to achieve success. There are some people meant to achieve success. You maybe are not meant to achieve success. And she was not consistent with anything. So, the point I'm trying to tell you is, self-belief, my dear friend, does not work. If self-belief does not have deliberate, obsessive, perfect, coachable action with a strategy, you'll not achieve success. And even if you're on the right track, at the right place, doing the right thing at the right time, if someone is still better than you, you'll not achieve your success. That is why in the Olympics, only one person wins the gold, not everyone. That is why in boxing, only one person becomes a world champion, not everyone else. Even though all of them are talented, all of them are gifted, all of them do every single thing. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you about self-belief. because sometimes it's so bloody frustrating. Okay. Next one is hard work. Okay, about hard work being a success. So I'll just put the timestamp 2006. So about, will hard work help you succeed? Okay. Now, here's the thing. Okay? Here's what I want you to keep in mind. Now, when I keep telling people hard work will help you succeed. Now, let me give you an example where it will help you. Let me give you an example where it will not help you. A young man happened to call me and ask me for advice on not knowing what is he, passionate about, what should he do. So this is what I told him if he wanted to achieve success. I said, take up a job, take up any job. If they pay you for 1 hour, you agree, you work for 1 hour. You work for 1 hour, but work 1 extra hour for free. And he was like, what? I said, yes. If you agree to work for 1 hour, work for 1 hour, but give the 1 extra hour for free and let that person know that you're working that 1 extra hour to learn something new about the job. Okay? I did this when I was in Dublin. When I took up a job in a theater which showed movies, I worked for 8 hours. And instead of taking the break, you would normally work for 7 hours and 1 hour, you get a full break. Instead of taking the 1 full hour of break, I would take around 5 minutes, max 15 minutes, and immediately go back to work. And people noticed this. And after my 8-hour shift was over, I would work another 8 hours for free, absolutely for free. And my boss, he kept noticing this. And in fact, I would always ask him, even though I was, a toilet cleaner, I told him, can you give me something to do and something to learn where, let's say, seating passengers were there, or issuing tickets were there, or going to the accounts department, or the call center. Every day I would work 8 hours for free. And when I did this, in record time, I ended up getting promoted before anyone else. So if you work harder, more harder than anyone else, people will notice you, and because you're a value generating machine, they would want to sustain you, keep you, and eventually make you as a leader. Remember, actions speak louder than words. However, where hard work does not help is if everyone's working hard and you're also working hard, then it'll not work, because then it'll be like you work 16 hours, one other guy works 20 hours, one other guy works 24 hours. This is what happens in Dubai. Everyone's working hard, so there's no point. Over there, you need to have a strategy in place. And in order to have a strategy, you need to have a coach in place. And that is the only way you'll achieve success. So there are times where you need to work hard. And then there are times where you need to strategize, get someone to coach you, do things in the right way so that you can achieve success. Where coaching, a good example, let me give you. When I wanted to run a half marathon, I started the half marathon journey when I could hardly move 100 meters because I had a lower back injury and many other complications. So very soon, from 100 meters, I moved to 500 meters, I moved to 1 kilometer. Then I joined a group. I was able to do, 7 kilometers. And very soon I was doing, 21 kilometers, half marathon, but I would finish it late. I would finish 3 hours, 35 minutes. I would finish it last. So then I wanted to improve. Obviously, I wanted to improve. But then no matter what I did, I was not improving. I tried literally everything. Bodybuilding, strength training, looking at videos online. I even experimented with steroids to see if I'd be strong. Nothing worked. Absolutely nothing worked. For 5 years, I was stuck at being the last guy to complete the half marathon at 3 hours at 35 minutes. And I was pretty upset about it. Until finally I got so fed up, so absolutely fed up that my doggy likes attention. Okay. I was so fed up that I finally went to a coach. I went to a coach because one of my running mates, he kind of made fun of me, in front of everyone, and that I took it very personally. So I went to a coach, and this coach was actually charging me $1,000 for, I think, 4 or 5 classes, which was pretty expensive. I still agreed no matter what, and you'd not believe, in less than a year, from 3 hours, 35 minutes, let me tell you before I tell you the results. People who normally run half marathons, every year they improve by 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But after a certain point, you start improving by seconds, like 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 30 seconds. So 5 minutes or 10 minutes every year. In less than a year, I improved, I think, 95 minutes. I shaved off 95 minutes. From 3 hours, 35 minutes, I ran a half marathon in 2 hours. Okay. Now, in both the sides, both for the 5 years that I worked hard, as well as for the coaching, both of them I worked equally hard. But when I was being coached, I knew exactly what to do, what techniques to follow, how to heal my body, how to push my body, and the best strategies to achieve success. So the point I'm trying to say is, sometimes, yes, it's very good to work very, very hard to the point of being obsessed, but sometimes you really need to focus on being coached with a strategy and putting effort where it really matters, and that will help you reach success. So anyway, guys, these were the points that I wanted to share with you. Let me just check. Is there any other points? Yeah, so these are the points I wanted to share with you. If there are any questions, do send me on Quora. I'll put my Quora link below. If you'd like to contribute to my channel, please feel free. Machedo.com. Please make the payment to PayPal, whatever, $1, $5, $10. I'll appreciate. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, put them down below. Love to hear from you. This is Machedo saying goodbye for now. Take care.